time he would barbecue, I would take photos of his ribs or his process or whatever it was, pork butts or briskets. And I created a page and we were like, what should we call it? Like, I'm like, it needs to have a name.
MU, because my last name is Munoz, and my friends just kind of turned it into Moo, like the cow. And so it stuck. And so yeah, whenever I see some of like my oldest friends, they don't call me Andrew, they call me Moo. Some of the awards that we've got along the way, Food and Wine, they do like a kind of an annual like best barbecue in every state. From there, it went to like LA Times 101 list, and during the pandemic, it wasn't ranked, and we made it as a pop-up, which was kind of wild. And then this past year, 2022, they went back to ranking the list. And then they emailed us like, here's a pair of tickets for you guys. We're like, all right, and so we went.
But we're in the crowd, and it's on like a big jumbo screen, and there's many people around, and everyone's like applauding and just like waiting to see what numbers and what names keep getting dropped. And they get down to 20, and I'm like, I don't think we made the list. 15, 10, 8, 7, Lou's Craft Barbecue. I still get chills.
I think the momentum of all of that just kind of pushed it into like this current year. And we haven't really had a slow day since January 1, so.
So our work week at Moose, it was funny. We get a lot of like, why don't you guys open 7 days a week? We want barbecue. We're like, well, our style of barbecue is very different. We're open 4 days. We have our team come in Tuesdays. We need to start getting our sausages ready, so the meat grinded down.
This Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I think so. So this is from the trim right here?
Yeah, this is from brisket trim. This is all deco. Gonna mix about like 150 pounds of meat and then stuff it all on Wednesday.
So you guys have 3 altogether types of sausage?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and what is this?
It's the hot gut.
Okay.
So we gotta mix this for longer than we do the other ones because there's no moisture in this. Yeah. So we mix it till like basically till it looks like a can of tuna. Prepping out the cheese that's gonna go on the jalapeno cheddar because it doesn't really fit in the grinder that well.
And what are these used for?
These are used for the poblano Oaxaca sausage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you looking for to know when it's time to pull them off?
Once they get like all black, pretty much, there's not like any green. That way they're easy to peel. So they're basically like burning like the skins.
So would you say this is like the most popular sausage?
Yeah, this is one of the most popular ones.
Texas barbecue is what we do in LA. It's what got us started. It's what sparked that light and that love for interest in barbecue. And it's really what we wanted to introduce to LA, because one of the things that was kind of missing in our beautiful city that's a melting pot of great food, great culture, tons of diversity, was that there wasn't a lot of options in terms of like different styles of barbecue in Los Angeles.
We've been at the brick and mortar for 2 years in June, so we're in June now. 2 weeks will be exactly 2 years. And it's pretty much everything we wanted when we were looking for a restaurant space. Initially, I thought it was going to be too big, and you know, some days it feels too small. We have 24 taps that we use, and if we wanted to, we have an additional 14, but that's kind of our sweet spot. We generally rotate between 20 and the full 24. Yeah, we have a great tap room that goes with it, so it's kind of nice because you know, beer and barbecue go very well together. But this is our dining room floor. So the bar seating here, we have these tabletops. This thing right here, these tables were here, and I kind of liked them because it reminded me of like an ugly drum barrel.
Yeah, totally.
With the top on it. And then here's our back lot, so our back patio. So
oh, wow.
This is kind of nice. It just expands the dining room a bit. Allows people to come outside and eat during nice weather, or just if we're packed inside.
Yeah.
And then that's our little fat stack demo pit that I've used one time since we've had it. Yeah, so this is our big fat stack. Probably still needs to be cleaned out, but from sundown. I finished my cook and I was out of here.
I feel you.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a pretty big bed, you know, pretty standard, 1,000 gallon. These are doubles. These are cucaracho pits that we got from Fort Worth. And then this is just our, you know, our BQ.
That's sick.
It's our hog cooker. So if we're not doing hogs in it, we'll do chickens.
That's awesome.
We're from this part of town. This is Lincoln Heights, which is
Used to be the original East LA. But,
the original East LA. So the fact that we're here and we were able to find our dream spot, like we're so grateful for it. This spot was waiting for us. It really, really was.
This is for the esquites.
Okay.
No.
I'm sorry, what is that?
For the esquite, the corn esquite.
Corn, okay.
Yeah, corn.
Now we're going into getting other things ready like sides. So we need to start chopping up potatoes, if we need to start chopping up parsley, the meat's grinded down for our burger patties.
Basically, I'm trimming up the mohawks. We cut them down off the brisket. So if it's fatty like this, I'll trim it off here. This part will go for burgers, and this piece will grind up for talos.
So are the burgers like 100% mohawk then?
We'll throw some lean trim in there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're brisket burgers.
Yeah, brisket, yeah.
All of that stuff happens on Monday, Tuesday. There's a lot of prep that needs to happen on earlier in the week to make the rest of the week successful and run smoothly for us. By Wednesday, we're finishing off everything. So we're casing all of our sausages.
So what are you doing right here?
Right now, I'm getting the casings ready on the horn. Then we're about to stuff the verde sausage. You need it to be wet when you do this, because if it's dry, it's gonna be hard to like maneuver, or like move it around and stuff.
We're making all of the sauces, so we don't cut any corners at Moose Craft Barbecue. Everything we do that you taste on our tray is made in-house.
This is all the spices for the sauce.
Yeah, so these are 3 different ones. This is gonna be the gold sauce. This is gonna be our like classic sauce, and this one's for the Korean that we put on the Korean pork belly. It smells great. It smells really good. Yeah, this one's good. Super tangy and really good.
So that means our pickles, our pickled red onions, our barbecue sauces, our sauces for our burgers, everything we make from scratch.
yeah, it's a process. So we do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
We also get desserts done in those 3 days too. It started with the key lime pie, and that was the very first dessert we offered at Moose. But I mean, people love banana pudding. You love banana pudding too. A lot of people do. Now I can't get it off the menu because people are like, where's the banana pudding? So here I am, making banana pudding. Whatever ends their meal on a happy note, I am all for it.
All right, I got a sneak peek bite of the banana pudding. Let's see how this tastes. Smooth, that biscuit, man, so rich. Perfect bite. This is gonna be really good.
We started in 6 years ago. In a couple of weeks, on June 12th, we're gonna celebrate our 2-year here. And it feels like it was just yesterday we were scared shitless signing a lease for this place.
This one a little, so that when it's cooking, they're just not like burning up, you know. You're still gonna get a little bit of like crispness on the edge. At least it's not just like burnt, you know what I mean? Like even this is gonna be a little funky because it's like kind of separate. I could get rid of this rib, but I don't really want to. Even if this rib goes bad, then it's gonna protect this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take your time making the sausages. If you rush it, then it's gonna be a nightmare. Patience is key.
You don't have to say, but what is the rib rub?
Oh, it's main ingredient for this is love.
Man, dude. You're gonna make the people cry, man.
Oh yeah.
How much milk do you get to that?
It's about 9 to 5 ready all the way.
That's pretty strong.
My father-in-law had told me, he was like, if you ever go to Texas, like for meetings, like you should try barbecue out there. I heard it's really good. So they took me to like one of the top 50 spots at the time, and I was blown away. I went back again a month later, and I swear the beef rib was like the size of my forearm. And I remember ordering like spare ribs and brisket, and I like had one bite and I was kind of hooked.
We're not Texans, we don't claim to be from Texas, but I think we've done enough homework and research and practice to, you know, stand pretty close to what traditional Texas barbecue is.
Party next one. Yeah, when we first opened and I was doing more of these cooks, like
You'd hear them.
there's like one lady who gets like super loud. So like sometimes when the moisture starts to pull out a little, the seasoning kind of runs a little. So I just like to touch them up on the edges just to make sure that it's kind of even. That's pretty much it. Some big pork loins. This one's a little trickier because it's a flat box.
Yeah.
But I started taking photos and I started posting his work. I started using hashtags to like gain followers and gain interest, you know, just kind of playing the whole Instagram marketing thing. And we started gaining followers. And I told them, I said, look, I was like, maybe we should like have a pop-up one day, like an underground pop-up, and just invite these complete strangers that follow us. If there's interest, they'll come, and that'll let us know if they like the food, if they like what we're doing. And I got him to agree on it, and he was like, yeah, that's cool, let's try it out.
And I remember going out to the front to grab wood because the wood guy had dumped the wood on my lawn, and I had a cord of wood like in a big old pile ruined my grass. And I go to the front and grab some wood to take it to the back, and I see someone in the front, and I was like, oh, you're the first one here. And the guy was like, oh no, like there's a lot of people here. And our fence in the front, it's a brick fence, and it goes all the way to the front, and it's high, so I couldn't see past it. And I went around, and the lawn was like 4 houses down, almost practically to the corner. And I was like, oh crap, everybody get in my backyard.
This is
and
not good.
yeah, so we did that one event, and we're like, all right, we can't do this anymore. So from there, we just kind of started doing breweries, and after the breweries, we ended up at Smorgasburg, and
Yeah, it's just time's just gone by so fast, and we still can't believe that we've gotten here, but
yeah, like it was for fun, right? It was like something we both enjoyed doing. We never really did it thinking about like, oh, we're gonna do this to make money, right? It was just kind of like something to do on the weekend, something to kind of escape like the 9 to 5 and just the routine of things, and kind of, you know, hang out, meet new people, barbecue.
right before service, things that go on the smokers are like the thinner meat. So we'll do the ribs, we'll do the turkey, we'll do
Pork belly burnt
the pork
ends.
belly burnt ends. Once it starts cooking, it's like 2 a.m. Get the fire started, get the meats on. He takes the first part of the shift, and then Adrian shows up and finishes another 8 hours and makes sure that everything's finished for the day.
How's it going, man?
All right.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Adrian.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Belly's done, turkey's done. Briskets are rolling. Butt aren't done yet, but it's gonna be close.
Oh, Andrew's got to come back tonight.
Yeah, he's actually probably fuck 10 shifts. I always give him a hard time, but once he gets going,
Yeah.
he's still a beast. He's still a goat over here.
Yeah.
His bark is building up. I'm gonna come test him after that. Like for example, this looks pretty good to me. Then I'll come in here and see, feel it, poke around. Feels nice and soft. That means the fat's rendering. And then I'm gonna split it open just in here. Most people stick their finger in it. I just like to split it and just look for that nice caramel color. And then that's gonna tell me that they're ready to go.
And then we'll finish off cooking and smoking the sausages just to give them that nice final blast of heat and smoke, and it gives it that snappiness that we're looking for.
And also the burger.
And the burgers too. We got inspired by some friends of ours in Texas, Leroy and Lewis. They do a really delicious smoked burger. So we created these burgers, smoked, seasoned like a brisket.
So how many burgers are you doing?
Today we're probably gonna start with about 35.
Let's see where that leads us.
Thursdays are actually pretty good. We get kind of a big lunch crowd. It's kind of weird too, like when we have this kind of weather, you would think it would work against us for barbecue. But people show out on these cloudy days lately.
Thursday's our first day of the week. It's go time.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
The people that come through the doors, honestly, that's what really makes it worth it. Like the awards, the recognition is cool, but that's not really why we got into it. We got into it because we loved what we do. She loved to cook, and I loved to barbecue, and it was kind of like the perfect combination of both of our passions.
Their reactions when they have it for the first time is very much to the reaction that I remember having when I had it for the first time. And that is so special. We want people to come to Moose and feel like if they've been to Austin or they've been to Texas, when they come to try our food, that they're like, hell yeah, like we found a spot where we don't have to hop on a plane to go to like I can get my fix at Moose if I'm in LA. I can go get that brisket, I can go get those ribs. At least that's our hopes.